This is one of Robert Service's best poems, Dangerous Dan McGrew. A bunch of the boys were swooping it up in the Malamute saloon, and the kid who handles the music box was hitting a ragtime tune. Back of the bar in a solo game sat Dangerous Dan McGrew, and watching his luck was his light of love, the lady that's known as Lou. When out of the night that was 50 below, and into the den and the glare, there stumbled a miner fresh from the creeks, dog dirty and loaded for bear. He looked like a man with one foot in the grave, and scarcely the strength of a louse, as he handled his poke of dust on the bar and called for drinks for the house. It was hard to trace the stranger's face, though we searched ourselves for a clue, but we drank his health, and the last to drink was Dangerous Dan McGrew. His eyes went skimmering round the place, and he seemed in a sort of daze, till at last the old piano stool fell in the way of his wandering gaze. The ragtime kid was having a drink. There was no one else on the stool, so the stranger just stumbled across the floor and flopped down there like a fool in a buckskin shirt that was glazed with dirt. He sat, and I saw him sway. Then he clutched those keys with his talent hands. And oh, how that man could play. Have you ever been out in the great alone when the moon was awfully clear, and the icy stillness hemmed you in with a silence you could almost hear, with only the sound of a timber wolf, and you camped there in the cold, a half-dead thing in a stark-dead world, clean mad for the muck called gold, while high overhead, green, yellow and red, the north lights swept in bars. Then you have a hunch what the music meant: hunger, night and the stars. But hunger not of the belly kind that is banished by bacon and beans, but the gnawing hunger of a lonely man for a home and all that it means. A fireside far from the cares that are, 4 walls and a roof above, and oh so cramp full of cosy joy, and crowned with a woman's love, a woman dearer than all the world, and true, like heaven is true. Oh, how ghastly she looks through her rouge, the lady that's known as Lou. Then all of a sudden the music changed, so soft that you scarce could hear, but you felt that your life had been looted clean of all that it once held dear. That someone had stolen the woman you loved, that her love was a devil's lie, that your guts were gone, and the best for you was to crawl away and die. 'Twas the crowning cry of our heart's despair, and it thrilled me through and through. I guess I'll make it a spread in his air, said Dangerous Dan McGrew. Then the music seemed to fade away. Then it burst like a thundering bust, and it seemed to say, repay, repay, and my eyes were blind with dust. And the thought came back of an ancient wrong, and it stung like a frozen lash, and the lust awoke to kill, and the music stopped with a crash. A woman screamed and the lights went out, and 2 guns blazed in the dark. Then a woman screamed and the lights went up, and 2 men lay stiff and stark. Now these are the simple facts of the case, and I guess I ought to know. They say that the stranger was crazed with hoosh, and I'm not denying it so. I'm not so wise as those lawyer guys, but strictly between us 2, the woman who kissed him and pinched his poke was the lady that's known as Lou. I have to do that one again. Wasn't too bad.